Hi, this is Ahmed from Loop Logic Systems, and today I'm going to be going over this media monitoring and sentiment analysis system that I built in n8n. So basically, what the system can do is, let's assume that you have a business and you want to track the sentiment of your business. What do people think about your business and what type of reviews are people leaving about your business? So what you can do is, as you can see, I have three RSS nodes over here. Right now, just I've kept things simple just for the sake of this video. But you can basically track any website. You can track any website for mentions about your business. So what this automation does is, it tracks specific websites of your choice, however many websites you want it to be, and whatever websites you want it to be. It'll track those websites for the mentions of your business, anything related to the name of your domain or the name of your business, specifically to that business, and then it will analyze it, and then it will analyze it if the sentiment is good or if sentiment is positive or negative, and then it will store it into Airtable basis accordingly, into the tables of an Airtable base accordingly. You can do this to track your competition. You can do this to track yourself, the sentiment for yourself, the reviews for yourself. You can use it for a multitude of purposes. The system can be used. So I'm going to be going over this whole system right now. So this is the first part of the automation, and basically in this part of the automation you can connect any websites that you want to track for the mentions of your business. Right now I've kept things simple just for the sake of this video, and these are three RSS read nodes. They will read the given feed URL and output all the items that they get from the specific link. In this case, the three URLs for BBC are for, one is for BBC Tech News, the second one is for CNN Tech News, and the third one is for the Guardian. So these three nodes will read the specific URLs that I've given them. Again, you can add any website or anything over here which you want to be read and you want the content out of them. Right now these three are connected, and now I'll move on to the next section of this automation. So these will just read the whole pages which you have connected to them. Now I'll move on to the next section of this automation. So these four nodes are for the processing of the data, which is the output from the RSS feeds. I've connected three RSS feeds for the sake of keeping things simple right now. So the first node we can see in this section is the merge node. The merge node just merges the three RSS feeds and combines their output. Then we have the set node. The set node is used to extract the data which we will be using in the following nodes. So obviously we don't need all of the data that the RSS feeds pull. We need specific data, so we can get that data through the set node. The next node is the code node. Now the code node is being used as a kind of a filter in the system. What it does is it only lets those articles pass through which have a specific word in their title or in their content. In their content. So in this case, I've used the word Apple, the company Apple. I've used Apple as the keyword in the code node. So I'll just show you the code really quick. So this is the code I've used. So the keyword is Apple. You can switch out any. For example, the name of your business is Loop Logic Systems. You can just put Loop Logic Systems over here, and it'll only let the articles with the word Loop Logic Systems in their title or content pass through to the next node. Right now, just for the sake of keeping things simple, I've used Apple over here. The next node is the basic LLM chain. It's basically connected to Google Gemini chat model, and I've prompted it to summarize the articles into like two lines and output if the articles were negative or positive. Right now, as you can see in the previous runs of this automation, 89 items were passed through from the RSS feeds, and only 4 items had the word Apple in them from BBC, CNN, and The Guardian. Only 4 items contained the word Apple in their title or in their content. So only those 4 articles will be passed through to the basic LLM chain, and then the basic LLM chain will analyze which of those 4 articles were negative and which of those 4 articles were positive for the company. So now I'll be moving on to the next section of this automation. So this is the last section of this automation. So basically this section of the automation is for the storage of the data. You can see there's an if node over here. The if node splits the data into different parts by using rules. It's currently told to output the summary given from the basic LLM chain in the true branch if the text contains the word positive. If the summary from the basic LLM chain contains that it's a positive sentiment, it will create a record in the positive table of our Airtable base. And if the summary contains the word negative, it will output it through the false branch, which will create an Airtable record in the negative table of our Airtable base. The positive sentiments and mentions will get stored in the Airtable base, and the positive table and the negative ones will get stored in the negative table in the Airtable base. So now I'll show you a quick demonstration of how this whole automation works and how this media monitoring and sentiment analysis system actually works and how useful it is. I'll be showing you a quick demonstration right now. So here now I'm going to show you a quick demonstration of how this whole system works. It's reading the RSS feeds right now. The LLM chain is running only 4 items fast. It's creating array table records now. Okay, so now let me explain what just happened. As you can see, when I went to the LLM chain, outputted 4 items, and we can see that 2 items went through to the true branch and 2 went through to the false branch. This means that 2 of the articles were positive and 2 of the articles were negative, which contained the word apple in them. Now I'll show you the Airtable base. I'll just refresh the base. Okay, so as you can see over here, this is our positive table for our mentioned feedback table. It's a positive table, and these are 2 items, apples 100. These are 2 items in the positive table. Both of these were positive, and there are 2 items in the negative table. In the negative table, there are also 2 items over here. So yeah, that's how basically how this whole system works, and I'll see you in the next video with another system. I hope you like the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're into automations and making tasks for businesses more efficient and reducing costs of processes. And make sure to subscribe to the channel and like our video. Thanks. Bye.